Welcome to the Grant Center. Welcome to Danville, Virginia, and welcome to USAC women's basketball, where we have the Fighting Squirrels of Mary Baldwin going up against your Averett University Cougars. The Mary Baldwin Squirrels come in 13-7, 7-4 in USAC competition. They sit one game behind the Cougars, who have a record of 12-7, 8-3 in USAC play. So Mary Baldwin looking to pick up a big-time win here. And the Cougars, with the win, could move as far as up to first place. They're tied in second right now. As if they lose, they can move as far down as to the fifth spot. So the Cougars not looking to give up a loss here, looking to finish with the win in this game after coming off a big win against Salem just yesterday at the very same time. So nevertheless, let's get you the starting five for each team. First, the Fighting Squirrels. Number 4, Nicole Blackburn. Number 5, Demet Segali. Number 21, Brooke Anders. Number 22, Leah Calhoun. And number 34, Nicole Mallon. And now for your Averett University Cougars. Starting us off will be number 11, junior forward, rebounding machine, Raven Johnson. Number 12, senior, Alexis Rosia. Number 20, junior, Kiara Smith. Number 21, freshman, Cameron Lunsford. And number 24, junior, Brooke Carthen. And again, this Averett team is not looking to lose, coached by head coach Liz Hudy in her 8th season here at Averett. The Fighting Squirrels coached by head coach Ross James in his 2nd season. The Squirrels on a hot streak as of late. They've won 6 out of their last 7 games. And again, that run is what helped put Mary Baldwin just 1 game behind Averett. And this is the game they need here against Averett to move up in the standings as far up as 2nd place. But they need a win here. This is a crucial game if you are Mary Baldwin. If you're Averett, also crucial. You cannot lose this game if you are Averett. Winning this game could put you at first place. Leah Calhoun for Mary Baldwin, averaging about 17-8 on the year. Brooke Anders averaging about 11, 4, and 3. And Mary Baldwin wins the tip-off. So the first 10 minutes and we are underway. And that shot came from Calhoun, the team's leading scorer. No good. And Averett's leading scorer is Brooke Carthen, and she's with the ball. And she kicks it back out to Rosia. Kiara Smith for 3. No good. It was rebounded there by Demet Segali. But she bounced it off of her foot and out of bounds. Carthen averaging about 18-8 on the year. Rosia averaging 10, 4, and 4. Lunsford with it. She finds Smith. Smith for 3 again. Shot no good, but Cameron Lunsford down there coming up with the rebound. That is a great rebound by the freshman guard. Mary Baldwin looking like they're running a 2-3 defense here. Carthen spinning. Her shot's no good. Score still 0-0. Ball with Calhoun. That's a great block from Kiara Smith. Mary Baldwin will retain possession. Ball into Mallon. And Johnson coming down with the ball. And here's Rosia the other way. She finds Lunsford. Lunsford circles around over to Raven Johnson. Over to Kiara Smith, wide open. Passes up the shot. Raven Johnson posting up. Getting to the hoop. Her shot is good. And she gets this game going now. And Averett getting the first points on the board. Lunsford on the defensive rebound. Ball over to Carthen. Carthen pull-up jumper, no good. And here we go the other way with Mary Baldwin. Averett leads it 2-0. Ball down low to Mallon. Mallon looking for some help over to Sagley. She makes sure she's behind the three-point line. And nothing going. Carthen on the rebound. Carthen actually leads the team in offensive boards. She has 82 offensive rebounds this year. However, Raven Johnson is the rebounding source for this team. She's got 78 offensive and 103 defensive. Anders with it outside, over to Sagley. Mary Baldwin trying to get a play to go. Kickball violation. And so ball will stay with Mary Baldwin. 15 on the shot clock. Another clean block from Smith. And Calhoun still gets her shot to go. Inbound pass was turned over. And Cameron Lunsford picks up her first foul of the game. Calhoun is the team's leading scorer as a freshman out of Churchville, Virginia. And this is Sagley at the free throw line, also a freshman out of Turkey. And an offensive rebound on the missed free throw. That was Blackburn on the rebound. Couldn't get her shot to go. And here's Lunsford finding Carthen. Carthen, pull-up jumper. She's fouled on the shot. And actually, they're going to say it was an offensive foul. So Samantha Texan and Amani Ajayi will check into the game for the Cougars. Coming in for Carthen and Johnson. Texan coming up with the ball. Ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford's going to find Texan. Tried to find Texan. That's Blackburn on the steal. And she gets her shot to go. The Cougars need to get past half court here. Texan with it. She finds Lunsford. Lunsford back over to Texan. Texan over to Smith. Smith driving. Pull-up jumper. High off the glass. No good. And Mary Baldwin retains the lead. And Mallon does a good job of finding Blackburn there. 6-2. Mary Baldwin out in front, 4-point lead, 5:54 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network. And here we go. The Cougars find themselves down by 4 points early. Ball over to Texan across half court. Nice find to Rosia, and Rosia couldn't get her shot to go. The Cougars getting shots up, not able to get them to fall. And so with a lack of offense, it looks like Carthen will check back in at the next dead ball. And Sagley fouled, trying to find her way to the rim. That's going to be called on a Jai. First shot, no good. Second shot good from Sagley. And so into the game comes Yaya Ned. Ball into Chambers. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia finds Texan again to get the ball across half court. Ball to Rosia. Rosia for three in the corner. Good. So Ned with it at the top of the key. This is Calhoun working against Texan. Her runner's no good. Offensive rebound. Calhoun turnaround jumper is good now. Rosia finds Texan. And Blackburn will be called on the foul. Texan's first shot is no good. Second shot good from Texan. So 9-6, Mary Baldwin with a 3-point lead now. Calhoun takes the screen. And her shot's off the glass and in. And so they're going to say that Texan stepped out of bounds, I believe. And so Mary Baldwin gets possession back. 11-6 is the score. Off the screen again is Calhoun. Her shot's up and no good. Chambers from way downtown. And Chambers couldn't get her shot to go. And off the screen from deep that time was Anders. She's going to get her shot to fall. And so the Cougars will get possession off of a wayward pass. And Kiera Smith will check in for Zenise Chambers. Cougars only down by 5. And here's Texan for 3. No good again. Cougars can't find any rhythm offensively. And Cougars playing some good defense right here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Traveling violation called. And that's a great defensive possession right there by the Cougars. Sagley will check back in, as well as Hannah Varner checking in as well. Ball over to Carthen. And her shot no good. I think they were looking for a foul. Segley fouled on the shot. First shot up and in. Raven Johnson checking back in for the Cougars, as well as Mallon for Mary Baldwin. Second shot good as well. 13-6 is the score. Ball over to Carthen. Carthen to Johnson. Johnson drives baseline. She finds Texan. Texan, long two-pointer. First shot no good. Raven Johnson comes up with the rebound. And we'll see it will reset. All over to Smith. Smith finds Johnson. And that shot is blocked by Calhoun. And a traveling violation called by Segley. Called against Segley, excuse me. Blackburn checks back in. Checking in for Varner. And Mary Baldwin does come up with the steal. Cougars trying to force that ball across half court. Ball to Blackburn. She's defended by Carthen. Her shot no good. Mary Baldwin gets possession back. Calhoun with it now. Calhoun for three. Her shot no good. Rebound by Raven Johnson. Ball to Rosia. Ball to Carthen. Foul called on Brooke Anders. First shot no good from Carthen. Second shot falls for Carthen. Lunsford will check in for the Cougars. And Ned will check in for Mary Baldwin. Blackburn outside. She goes over to Anders. Anders free throw range jumper falls. Smith for three. Good. It falls. Cougars down by just 5. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Calhoun. Jumper's no good. And here goes Lunsford the other way. 3-on-2 fast break. She goes to Smith. Smith finds some space for three. No good. That would have been a big shot if Kiera Smith could have hit that big three-pointer right there. And I believe they're going to call a kickball violation. Segley and Varner back in. 20 seconds on the clock for the remainder of the first quarter. Calhoun will inbound. Ball back over to Calhoun. Kiera Smith harassing on defense. Blackburn turnaround jumper, no good. Carthen on the rebound. 7 seconds to go. Carthen going coast to coast. Her shot's good. 15-12. The Cougars trail by 3. Mary Baldwin had a great first quarter. Let's see if the Cougars can come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And here we are, 15-12. Cougars trail by just 3 to Mary Baldwin here in this matchup. Found is Raven Johnson, and Johnson able to find Smith. Smith gets fouled on the shot. Tough bucket for Kiera Smith there, and she could tie the game right here. Free throw off the front of the rim, so 1 point game now. And this is not going to be an easy game for either team. Both teams evenly matched. Segley with it, step back off the screen. No good from downtown. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mary Baldwin. Ball in Alexis Rosia. 1 point game, and the Cougars have the ball. They could take the lead here. Carthen, free throw range jumper, too easy. And so the Cougars now 16-15. And Calhoun gets her shot to go, and she's fouled. Again, Calhoun, Mary Baldwin is leading scorer as a freshman. And so Rosia with it as Mary Baldwin takes the lead again. And Smith trying to find Carthen. Pass too hot. So Texan checking in for Kiera Smith, or excuse me, checking in for Brooke Carthen. And so Blackburn over to Calhoun. Calhoun takes the screen. Jumper, long two, no good. Rebounded by Texan. Rosia over to Lunsford. Lunsford finds Texan. Texan back to Rosia. And here's Lunsford for three. No good. But the Cougars, jump ball called, and Mary Baldwin will get possession.
Jump ball call. Possession Mary Baldwin.
(17-16) is the score still. Lead held by Mary Baldwin. Mallon with it, stolen by the Cougars. Here's Lunsford trying to go coast to coast. She's going to slow it down. Ball to Texan. Texan over to Smith. Smith takes the screen from Johnson. Ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford, runner, no good. Neither team really getting anything to go offensively in this quarter. Ball trying to find Blackburn off the hands of the Cougars. .7:28 left in the second quarter. And Mallon's shot no good. Rebounded by Johnson. And Segley called on her first foul. So here's Rosia now, trying to get the Cougars the lead again. On to Lunsford. Lunsford finds Rosia. Rosia finds Smith for three. And just off the mark. But here we go the other way. Anders finds Segley. Shot no good, but Smith called on the foul. First shot, no good. Chambers checking in, as well as Mary Moran. Second shot good. In comes Yaya Ned. So Cougars with possession of the ball, down by 2 points. Possession goes to Mary Baldwin. I think they're going to say a touch to fingertips of Zenise Chambers. Mallon checking back in. Two-point game. Ball to Calhoun. Look for her to come off the screen and pull up jumper, but here she goes driving. Her shot no good. They're going to call an offensive foul on Mallon. Ball into Lunsford. Ball to Johnson. Johnson to Lunsford. Lunsford finding the hole in the lane. Just could not get the roll she needed off the rim. Here we go with Calhoun. And a And a block will be called on Cameron Lunsford. Shot good from Calhoun. Ball over to Kiera Smith. I think Mary Baldwin wanted a over and back on Rosia. Ball to Texan. Texan finding Chambers. High off the glass, no good. Jump ball called, and Cougars will keep possession. Cougars find themselves down 5 again. Ball into Rosia for 3 in the corner. No good. Johnson on the rebound. Chambers passes up an open shot. Ball to Texan. Texan over to Chambers. Chambers finds Smith. Smith finds a hole and takes it. And a traveling violation called on Raven Johnson trying to get that rebound. Mallon is fouled on the play. I think they're going to call Kiera Smith for that foul. And Brooke Carthen checking in for Sam Texan. Kiera Smith picking up her second foul. Ball over to Mallon, over to Calhoun. Calhoun outside, takes the screen. Kiera Smith right there, playing great defense. Mallon with it, defended by Johnson. Her shot no good, rebounded by Carthen. Smith for 3, no good, rebounded by Johnson. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia finds Smith. And Ned called on a foul. And so Segley will check in for Ned. Carthen with it outside over to Chambers. Chambers takes the screen from Carthen, gives it back to her. Cougars moving it around, trying to find Carthen. Rosia with it, bounce it off of a foot of a Mary Baldwin player. And a traveling violation called on Segley. Ball to Carthen. Carthen finds Johnson. Her shot no good. But Carthen comes up with it. And she kicks it out to Rosia. Cougars with 10 on the shot clock now. Ball to Carthen. Weaving through traffic. Her shot no good. Kiera Smith finds Carthen again. Carthen again, shot no good. And a great offensive rebound by Raven Johnson there. The Cougars cannot get anything to go offensively. They cannot take the lid off the rim. Ball again to Carthen. The Cougars trying anything to get their offensive heartbeat going. And Calhoun gets her shot to go. Timeout call, Mary Baldwin, 23-16. 2:55 left in the first half.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
And so back at it, 23-16. The Cougars need to get something going offensively. They have not scored since the and one from Kiara Smith early in the second quarter. The foul will be called on Calhoun. And that's going to be Calhoun's second foul. We'll see a second shot up and in. So the Cougars finally getting some points on the board here. 5-point game now. Well, outside to Anders. She goes over to Ned. Ball to Calhoun. Calhoun. Her shot no good. Rebound by Carthen. And here's Rosia the other way. Ball to Chambers. And Chambers doing a good job of controlling that ball. Kiara Smith, jumper, no good. Score remains 23-18. Ball to Calhoun. Calhoun spinning, shooting, no good. Ball to Chambers. Chambers gives it off to Smith. Smith finds the lane. Shot no good. Carthen gets the rebound, and her shot is good. Just a 3-point game for the Cougars now. So 45 seconds on the clock here in the second half. Segley with it, defended by Rosia, crossing over. Her shot no good. Carthen on the rebound. The Cougars play this smart. Rosia, nice cross, trying to find Carthen. And so, I'm going to say Carthen ran out of bounds with the ball, trying to keep a hold of it. Amani Ajayi and Caitlin Reed checking in for the Cougars with 25.9 to go. Ned outside with it. 10 seconds on the clock. Calhoun with it. Defended by Ajayi. She shoots her shot. No good. Rebounded by Smith. 3 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds on the clock. And Rosia's shot almost goes in at the buzzer. 23-20. Mary Baldwin leads it at the end of the first half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to see what the Cougars can do in the second half of action here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back after the halftime break. Cougars trail by 3. It's been a close game. Calhoun leading the game with 13 first half points. Although Brooke Carthen with 10 first half rebounds. And Raven Johnson with 9 total first half rebounds. 6 of them coming off of the offensive glass. Blackburn outside. Down low to Mallon. Out to Anders. Anders off the screen. Finds Mallon. No good as the shot clock expires. And here we go. Ball over to Smith. Smith with the ball looking at Carthen on an off-ball screen. There's Raven Johnson. Johnson over to Lunsford. Lunsford driving baseline. And that's good hands from Segaly. And here we go with Anders the other way. And Blackburn shot no good, trying to shoot over Carthen there. Good rebound from Raven Johnson. The Cougars now with 2 people with double-digit rebounds. Alexis Rosia's pass aimed towards Cameron Lunsford, but finds its way out of bounds. So Mary Baldwin maintains the 3-point lead. Calhoun off the glass, no good. Possession will stay with Mary Baldwin. Both teams did not shoot well from the field at all. Mary Baldwin shot 23 1/3% from the field, 9 of 33. The Cougars went 7 of 34, 20 2/3% from the field. There's 16% from the 3-point line did the Cougars go. Although Mary Baldwin went 0 of 4 from the 3-point line. And Lunsford, her shot is no good. Great defense from Raven Johnson there. Not letting Anders get across half court. Shot good from Blackburn there. Ball to Carthen. Carthen spinning, driving baseline. Her shot no good. So head coach Liz Hudie gets a technical call. First shot no good from Anders. Anders' second shot up and in. And so Mary Baldwin will retain possession. Outside with Segaly. And Segaly shot no good. Here goes Rosia the other way. She finds Kiera Smith. And Calhoun comes up with the clean block, but Raven Johnson gets in and almost steals the ball. The Cougars do finally come up with the steal. Good back and forth action here. Rosia looking for help, finds it in Johnson. Johnson, her shot up. No good, but she does get fouled on the shot. I believe that foul is going to be called on Calhoun. First shot good from Johnson. And that foul was actually called on Varner and not Calhoun. Ned checking into the game. Ned is outside to Anders. Anders defended by Kiara Smith. She runs through the screen. Anders way outside, no good. Good rebound there from Blackburn. So reset of the shot clock and Ned with it. 4-point game, Cougars down. Varner outside defended by Carthen. They go outside to Calhoun defended by Rosia. Back over to Varner. She takes the screen. Great defense by the Cougars. Calhoun rotating. She loses the ball temporarily. 5 seconds. Varner for three. No good. And that's going to be a foul called on Blackburn. That's going to be Blackburn's second foul. Ball over to Lunsford. Back to Rosia, and Rosia will get it across half court. Again, 2-3 zone defense here. Ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford Euro step off the glass and in. Lunsford finding her way to the basket. Ball up to Anders. And here's Ned. And Lunsford coming up with the steal. 3-on-2 fast break. Lunsford finding Carthen, and Carthen fouled on the shot. And so Varner having to come out of the game. So an injury timeout. We're going to take a quick break here as both teams are attended to. So Rosia and Varner both having to come out of the game. I think they collided. And trying to get things sorted out here, trying to get the floor cleaned up. Definitely want to hope that both players are okay. Hate to see an injury from any team, any player, no matter who we're playing. So game back underway. It's a 2-point game, 26-24. Mary Baldwin leads it. Brooke Carton at the free throw line. And Carter's going to get either free throw to go, but Raven Johnson with the great offensive board. And Lunsford with it now. Ball to Texan. Texan finds a lane, trying to get it over to Carton, gets it to Chambers instead. Ball over to Carton. Carton, pull-up jumper, good. 26 apiece now. Ned with it outside for Mary Baldwin. She goes down low to Blackburn. Blackburn trying to find Calhoun. The Cougars come up with it. Ball to Chambers. Over to Texan they go. Ball back over to Raven Johnson. Johnson over to Lunsford. Lunsford. Texan to Johnson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Chambers. Her shot, no good. Shot clock violation. Cougars couldn't get a quality shot to go. So here we go with Mallon. Over to Blackburn, back over to Ned. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They find Calhoun, defended by Texan. She takes the screen. She gets it back over to Blackburn. Free throw range jumper is good. Carton with it. Ball to Texan. Shot good. So 30-second timeout called. Tied up 28 apiece. 3:19 left in the third quarter. (28-28). The Cougars have tied the ball game. Let's see if they can now take the lead and build on it. 3:15 left in the third quarter. Ned with the ball for Mary Baldwin. Blackburn defended by Ajay. Shot no good. Ball grabbed up by the Cougars. And they're looking to fix the shot clock. So shot clock at 22 seconds. Ball inbounded to Lunsford. Over to Chambers. And here we go. Chambers taking the screen over to Texan. Texan shot up and no good. Looked like it was going to be a good shot. Chambers. Ball to Mary Baldwin. They're going to say it was off of Texan. Sanders for three, no good. Mary Baldwin still yet to hit a three-pointer all game. Calhoun outside with it. Off the screen, double screen. And Ned's shot is good, holds it through the contact. And here we go at Lunsford trying to go coast to coast. Rosia, Smith, and Carthen all checking back in for the Cougars. Mary Baldwin leads it by 2. Rosia over to Smith. On to Lunsford for three, no good. And so possession will stay with Mary Baldwin, as they do lead by 2. And so Ned with it, taking the screen. Goes down low to Mallon, defended by Ajay. That's great defense by Ajay. And a foul will be called on Blackburn, I believe. That's going to be her third foul. Mary Moran checking in for Blackburn. And then Courtney Hunt checking in for the Cougars. Ball to Smith. Monty Ajay spinning, trying to find Rosia, but gets Ned instead. And so a push is called on Alexis Rosia. Mary Baldwin still leads by 2 in this game. Ball into Anders. Anders driving, shot up, no good. The Cougars come up with it, and here goes Carthen. Carthen shot is good, and she's going to go to the line for one more. Brooke Carthen so good at finishing through contact. Carthen finishes off the three-point play, so the Cougars take the lead now, 31-30, with a minute to go in the third quarter. And a nice steal here for the Cougars, and let's go Cougars. Can they get a bucket off the turnover? Ball over to Carthen. And she's going to get fouled on the shot again. I believe Mary Moran is going to be called on the foul. Carthen's first shot, no good. The Cougars definitely looking to take this momentum and keep the lead, and they definitely want to start the fourth quarter with the lead. That is always a big thing to do. If you can start the fourth quarter with a lead, that is going to be huge to your momentum. That's a great block from Amani Ajay. Segaly back in. And Texan gets her hands in and almost comes up with the steal. knocks it out of bounds. 39 seconds to go, 19 on the shot clock. Segley defended by Carthen. And Segley fouled on the shot. So she has the possibility to either tie the game up or take the lead here, depending on how well she finishes. First shot good, so she does her job and ties the game up. And Mary Baldwin takes the lead back with 34.5 to go. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Rosia with it. Ball over to Carthen. Carthen to Smith. Smith rotates with the ball, goes to Texan. Texan for three. No good. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Ned's shot is good. And Rosia misses the buzzer beater again. 34-31, just a three-point game. That tells you all the story you need to know about this game. It's been close all day. Mary Baldwin takes the lead into the fourth quarter. (34-31), three-point game. Mary Baldwin leads it. Ball into Kiera Smith. Smith over to Carthen. Carthen to Texan. Texan called on the travel. Calhoun inbounds to Ned. Yaya Ned hit the last shot in the third quarter to give Mary Baldwin that three-point lead. And Calhoun off the glass and in. And so a jump ball call. Possession goes to Mary Baldwin. Raven Johnson and Cameron Lunsford will check in for the Cougars. Well, Calhoun outside, defended by Rosia. Doesn't take the screen. Goes down low to Mallon, defended by Johnson. And they're going to say Calhoun was fouled. I'm going to say Alexis Rosia will be called on the foul. And Johnson able to get her hand on the ball on the inbound and come up with the steal. Ball to Rosia for three. No good. Raven Johnson almost coming up with that offensive board, but the Cougars come up with it anyway. Ball to Lunsford. Lunsford to Johnson. Johnson over to Texan. Texan jumper, no good. And an offensive foul called on Raven Johnson, or a defensive foul called on Raven Johnson, excuse me. Johnson picking up her first foul of the afternoon. Ball to Calhoun. Rosia right there, right at her. Yaya Ned defended by Lunsford. Here's Sagali jumper. It's good. She buries it. So a 7-point lead now for Mary Baldwin. Ball over to Carthen. As Rosia was being trapped. Brooke Anders called on her first foul of the evening. Denise Chambers comes in for Samantha Texan. Cougars inbound the Chambers. Chambers for three. No good. Carthen on the offensive rebound. And her shot is good. So 5-point game now. 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And Johnson coming up with another steal. Ball will stay with the Cougars. Came off of the hands of Brooke Anders. On to Chambers. Chambers. Ball to Rosia. Rosia finds Carthen. Carthen one-on-one. Turnaround jumper, no good, but Johnson, offensive rebound and hurt. She will be fouled on the shot, excuse me. So she's going to step to the charity stripe. Johnson's first shot is good. Takes it to a 4-point game now. Second shot no good, but Carthen grabs the offensive rebound. Her shot no good. Lunsford there to save. And ball kicked out. Ball to Chambers. Chambers finds Lunsford. Her shot no good, but Carthen able to tip it back up towards the rim. And ball to Lunsford, a new shot clock for the Cougars. Ball to Johnson. Her shot is good. Two-point game for the Cougars now. Sagali driving. Her shot no good. The Cougars come up with it. Can the Cougars tie it here? 6:11 to go. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia over to Carthen. Carthen jumper, long two. Does not fall in for her. And so here goes Mary Baldwin the other way. Calhoun gives it off to Ned. Calhoun off the screen. I'm going to call a block on Alexis Rosia. So Calhoun stepping to the line. First shot good. Rosia and Smith will check in for the Cougars. Blackburn in for Mary Baldwin. Both shots in. So here we go with the Cougars. 4-point deficit for the Cougars. Smith back over to Carthen. And at the Rosia at the top of the key. On to Lunsford. Lunsford out to Smith. Smith's wide open for three. And you can count all three of those. Do not leave Kiera Smith wide open from anywhere. 40-39, just a 1-point deficit now. And here's Calhoun off the screen trying to find some spacing. Segaly for three. No good. Mary Baldwin still yet to have hit a three-pointer all game. Ball up to Carthen. Carthen to the rim. Couldn't get her shot to go. And couldn't get the second one to go either. Foul called on Amani Ajayi. So here's Calhoun. Again, off the screen, free throw range jumper. Good. Ball over to Lunsford for three. Good. Tie ball game. The Cougars getting hot from downtown. The crowd getting into it. The bench getting into it. Calhoun off the screen, defended by Ajayi. Shot good. Timeout called, 44-42. Cougars trail by 2, 4:02 left in the fourth quarter. (44-42). It is Cougar basketball. Mary Baldwin out in front. And Amani Ajayi fouled on the shot. And it's interesting to note that Brooke Carthen's career high in rebounds was 15 walking into this game. And she got that against Mary Baldwin last year. So 44-43, a 1-point game. Ball over to Yaya Ned. And here's Anders driving. She's fouled on the shot. And Brooke Carthen, as we mentioned, her career high in rebounds was 15 on February 1st. Of last year against Mary Baldwin. And so this year she's got 17 already in this ball game. Shot good from Anders. Looks like Brooke Carthen does some of her best rebounding against Mary Baldwin. Carthen also with 14 total points. Right behind her is Kiera Smith with 8 and Raven Johnson with 7. Calhoun, though, with 21 total points. Cougars not yet able to find a way to stop her. And Calhoun also leads her team with 9 rebounds. Kiera Smith, free throw range jumper is good. The nice cross double move free throw range jumper from Kiera Smith. So 46-45. Yaya Ned with it. And that shot good from Mallon. And Carthen fouled on her shot. It's going to be Anders picking up another foul. Her second of the game. First shot good from Carthen. Raven Johnson checking back in for Amani Ajay. Second shot good from Carthen as well. So Yaya Ned with it, a 1-point game. 2.5 to go in the game. She takes the screen from Mallon. And here's Anders rotating off a screen from Yaya Ned. And defended by Smith. And here goes Carthen. She gets the ball across half court. Her jumper no good. And a foul called on Raven Johnson. So Mary Baldwin is in the bonus, so any foul does lead to a free throw. So 2 free throws here to be taken by Mallon. First free throw good. Second free throw no good, so a 2-point game. Ball up to Kiera Smith. And Smith finding Johnson. What a find from Kiera Smith. Timeout called. 49-49, 1:54 to go. Can the Cougars pull it out in the fourth quarter? So a tie ball game, 49 apiece. And Kiera Smith does a good job finding Raven Johnson, and Raven Johnson does a good job leaning in and finishing it off. Yaya Ned down low to Mallon. And the Cougars come up with the steal. Cameron Lunsford the other way. She finds Kiera Smith. And her shot is good. The Cougars take the lead with less than a minute and a half to go. And you've got to think this ball is going through Calhoun. Yaya Ned, jumper no good. Kiera Smith comes up with it. And a little jawing back and forth. I think they're going to try and figure out where the fouls are going to go. We know that Kiera Smith was fouled. But what happened after that? So let's see. So there's going to be a foul. So I believe a technical was called against Ned. And there was a double technical foul, actually. So a tech called against Yaya Ned and a tech on Kiera Smith. So both of those will cancel, but the initial foul on Kiera Smith will grant her a couple of free throws. So the Cougars with a 2-point lead and Kiera Smith at the line. First shot good. So a 3-point game now. Can Kiera Smith extend it to a 4-point game? And she does. So Samantha Texan checks in for Kiera Smith. And so here we go, Mary Baldwin with it. The Averett crowd getting into it, asking for some defense from their team. Here's Calhoun, shot good. Timeout call, 51-53. The Cougars lead it, 52.8 to go in the fourth quarter. So it is Cougar basketball, and they lead by 2. Ball to Rosia. The Cougars need to get past half court, and they do. They're going to try and trap Rosia. Ball over to Lunsford, over to Carthen. She gets it over to Rosia. Rosia will be fouled. And the Cougars just trying to waste as much time as they could before the intentional foul came. 36.6 left on the clock. Cougars do have a 2-point advantage. And Rosia advances it to a 3-point lead. Rosia makes it a 4-point ball game. So Kiera Smith will check in for Sam Texan. 6.6 seconds separate the shot and game clock. And it is a 4-point game, and your Cougars lead it. Ball over to Calhoun for a 3. Good. And actually going to call it a 2-pointer. I'm going to say her foot was on the line. Foul caught on Segley. Lunsford, first free throw is no good. This will be a big shot from Cameron Lunsford if she can take it to a 3-point advantage, and she does. Timeout called. 3-point ball game, 56-53, 22.7 on the clock. Your Cougars lead it here in the Grant Center. And 56-53, the Cougars lead it by 3. Calhoun looking to inbound. 22 seconds on the clock. Cougars cannot foul. Anders for 3. No good. And Lunsford finally fouled. So foul called on Mallon. That will be Mallon's third foul. .9 on the clock. The Cougars lead by 3. Ideally, both of these shots will put the Cougars up by 5. And with 10 seconds, that is a big lead. 4-point lead now for the Cougars. And Lunsford able to give the Cougars the 5-point advantage. Timeout call, 10.9 on the clock. 5 points, your Cougars lead it. So with a 5-point advantage, 10.9 seconds on the clock. Calhoun with it. Mary Baldwin needs a quick shot. Calhoun for three. No good. Calhoun jump shot. Falls. 2 seconds even on the clock. Timeout called by Coach Liz Hudy. 30-second timeout. 3-point ball game. And if you're a Mary Baldwin fan, it is not over just yet. 3-point game. Your Cougars out in front. So 4 seconds on the clock, or 2 seconds on the clock, excuse me. 3-point game for the Cougars. They need to just inbound it and waste as much time. And Carthen fouled, and there is 0.9 seconds on the clock. Carthen makes the first one. I mean, ideally, Carthen sinks the second one, excuse me. So a 5-point game, 0.9 seconds. Sagley shoots her shot, and your Cougars win it against Mary Baldwin. They advance 13-7, 9-3 in USAC play. Mary Baldwin drops 13-8 and 7-5 in USAC. The Cougars needed this win, and they got it. It wasn't an easy one. Mary Baldwin gave them everything they had. Calhoun gave us every bucket she could. This team fought very hard, but nevertheless, the Cougars, in the end, came out with the victory. A 5-point game. We thank you for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network. Have a great rest of your week.